Hi, I'm 6th District Councilmember Angela Evans, and I want to welcome you to our Youth Citizens Academy here at Frederick Douglass High School. Now today, we are doing our Fire and Emergency Services Field Day, and I'm joined by Principal Lester Diaz, and we would like to give you a glimpse of this unique pilot program between the City of Lexington, the 6th District Office, and Frederick Douglass. The idea of the Youth Citizens Academy came from my desire to try and introduce our youth to local government specifically and give them a glimpse into the everyday workings of government and help them be a more engaged citizen of Lexington. The Academy is going to provide many different things. We are starting with our fire and emergency services today, but they'll learn everything or a lot going from our correction services to even planning. So today we're going to give you a behind the scenes look of what's going on today. So today we are rotating through 6 stations. Our stations include a tour of the medvac helicopter, a demonstration of a fire truck, including the fire gear, and a demonstration of the fire hose. And the students will watch firefighters using the jaws of life and how they actually take a car apart when there's a traffic accident. And there's also a fire extinguisher demonstration where students will be putting out a simulated fire. And last but not least, which I think is probably the coolest thing today, is that students will be trained in wound packing, and they'll have a hands-on demonstration of how to actually pack a stab wound and a bullet hole wound. And at the end of the day, each participating student will receive a certificate in wound treatment and be prepared to assist a bleeding victim. So I am very thankful to the participation of Frederick Douglass High School and the enthusiasm that Principal Diaz and the staff have given. Principal Diaz, can you just give us a little bit, why was this program so interesting to you? Because you really jumped right on board when I came to you, and you weren't even in the school yet. So can you tell me a little bit about Frederick Douglass and how this plays into what you're doing here?
Well, when you first came to meet with us, and we were in an off-site location planning the events of the school, this fit right in with our vision of real-world experiences, hands-on applications to what our kids are doing in the classroom. We do have an Academy of Health Science, and emergency medical care is one of the threads within that academy. So we're blown away by the opportunity that our freshmen have to walk out with a certificate to do hands-on first aid safety. We're talking about a freshman class of over 300 students that are now going to be in the community, and they can provide these services to their peers, to their elders, to anybody that they may encounter. They got to see a helicopter. Doors open, they're in there. There is no better way to engage a learner than by actually seeing and putting their hands on the fire hose. The kid said, I couldn't believe how much kickback,
it's a lot of force,
we got from that fire hose. So they've had a blast, and to follow it up and really get an opportunity to go through the different stations with the youth citizen, this is phenomenal. This is what we need to really do more of and expand and have all the different things. Our kids are the next wave. They're going to have an appreciation for law enforcement. They're going to have a respect for those that provide public safety and public works, and really understand what's next for them after high school. So again, I love the partnership, and I can't thank you enough. We're going to jump on every one of these opportunities, because what we have is we have an academy school that cares about college readiness and career readiness. So the English with advanced placement, dual credit, the math, high level rigorous, along with classes that are pre-law, classes that are pre-education, classes that are pre-nursing, pre-med, information technology, career-specific classes. We care about careers and we care about college. So this ties perfectly with what we're trying to do.
Well, great. I'm so happy you see that it has a value, and that's exactly what I wanted to do, is just bring the communities together, bring the high schools together, and just, again, give them a good glimpse into the everyday and things that they can think about as careers.
I think the kids being next to the firefighters being next to the kids just builds that bridge, and it's your vision, it's your passion, it's you coming to us and telling us this is what we can do for you, and then us allowing you to have that platform. I thank you for bringing it to us and making our community come together.
Yeah. Well, again, it's been my pleasure. I had fun today too. I told some of the students that I had a field day that the fire department did put on for council members when we first came in, and that was by far the most fun that I'd had, and I felt like I was reliving it all over again. So yeah, I think any chance, any opportunity we can give students to just engage and see what a career is really like, so they don't go through college and think a career is one thing, or or something that they never even thought of. I did hear them talking about that too. So that's exactly what my hope is, and I hope that's what happens, and I think it is happening, and I'm also more than happy that you were so eager to jump on board. And yeah, I think the academies are great what you're doing here. It's certainly different than my high school experience.
Same here.
So yeah, I think it really is a good experience for students to have, and gets them in the mindset of thinking of, not like you said, their career, a job, and even just what they want to do in the future. Even if they don't know, they still have tools in that tool belt to get their first job and just experience the world. And I think that's great. That's great. So thank you again for this.
Thank you. They'll be talking about this for weeks. Their parents will be talking about this for weeks. This is huge.
Well, great. Well, I've enjoyed it. It's been, like I said, it's been a blast for me, and to meeting some of the students and just seeing them get all in it, because it's fun. So thank you. Appreciate it. All right. Well, again, we'll show you some footage about what's going on today, and we'll keep you posted on our Youth Citizens Academy, because there is certainly more to come. So thank you for watching. So I'm here at the Frederick Douglass Youth Citizens Academy for the Fire and Emergency Services Field Day. And I have with me Captain Sauce, who has been a huge help in making this day happen. I was so excited when you just got on board and just said, yep, whatever you want, we'll make it happen. So you just tell us a little bit about what you've seen today.
What we've seen today is we've set up 5 different stations, and in each station, they got to experience something new and different. So in the first station, they got to experience what we call an engine, or some people call it a pumper, and it's the trucks that carry the hose and all the water. And they even actually got not only a walk around of the truck, but they actually got their hands on the hose, and they actually got to spray water just like we do in training and in real life. The second group was an EMS helicopter. Air Methods of Kentucky did a great job, and we were very appreciative of their partnership. They came in and brought in an actual helicopter. They landed it right in the backfield, and they were very gracious in allowing us to climb in the helicopter. They talked about it. They answered any questions that the kids had. So it was a very educational experience for them, because most of the kids didn't even know that helicopters were part of our arsenal.
Right.
The third station was vehicle extrication, and that's where we actually brought in cars for them to cut up. They got to see firsthand, from 10 feet away, 15 feet away, the jaws of life in action. And with that, they got to learn that texting and driving is dangerous, that wearing seatbelts saves lives, and that when they come of age enough to drink, that drinking and driving is bad as well. The fourth station was a fire extinguisher station, where they actually got to use an electronic LED fire extinguisher. And so if there's a real life fire and there's a fire extinguisher close by, they can use that as well.
Yeah, that simulation was kind of like just a video game almost, is kind of
Yes.
how I felt. I did test it out, so yeah, I felt like I was just trying to win some points. I was waiting to see some points come up on the board, but
Yep.
and the acronym PASS. Tell us a little bit about that for our viewers.
Yep, PASS is the acronym that we use when using a portable fire extinguisher, and it stands for pulling the pin, aiming the nozzle of the extinguisher, squeezing the handle, and sweeping the nozzle at the base of the fire. Now, you don't want to sweep it too fast because you're going to push the fire, so you want to be nice, slow, and steady across the base of the fire. And if you remember PASS, you should easily remember how to use a portable fire extinguisher.
All right. So then the other stations were...
Oh, the final station, probably one of the most important and valuable stations, in my opinion, is the bleeding control station, the hands-only CPR station, and the tourniquet application station. It's where these kids learned how to do CPR, not only on adult mannequins, but also babies as well.
Right.
Since a lot of these kids, they babysit on their days in the summer and on weekends. So it's good knowledge for them to have, not only in emergency situations, but also outside of school.
Right.
And then tourniquet and bleeding control, with the way that active shooter situations are continually popping up across the country, and it's becoming far more important for early treatment
Right.
until EMS can arrive. So the more people that we can train and educate in these fields, the better off we are.
All right. So I guess that was the bonus for you, that now you've got 300 people out there in the public, whether it is, we think of the active shooter here, but even just at the mall or, a car accident or, something happens on a playground.
Yep.
Somebody gets a shard of metal or something,
Yes, ma'am.
in their thigh, that, now we have some, 300 some students that'll be prepared to help out in that situation too, right?
Yeah. And even if they can't do it 100%, at least it's going to be something that they've seen before. It's something familiar that they've recognized. Oh, I remember doing that.
Right.
And so anything is better than nothing.
Yeah.
And hopefully they've paid attention enough to where they can do it 100%. But if they can't, then something is better than nothing.
Right. So, well, great. Well, thank you so much. You've been so on board with this from day one, and I appreciate your enthusiasm, the enthusiasm of the rest of the department, and just coming out here and, entertaining 300 high school students, which is not easy to do, but you all did it. So again, thank you so much for putting all of this effort into this, and I really appreciate it. And I think the kids got something out of it for sure.
You're very welcome, and thank you for allowing us to be a part of it.
My pleasure. Appreciate it. So thank you.